Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiancé. Shaeeda and Bilal give heartbreaking update on miscarriage. Shaeeda Sween and Bilal Hazzi's of 90-Day Fiancé fame opened up about the heartache of losing their baby in a new Instagram post that confirmed their miscarriage. The 37-year-old Shaeeda from Trinidad and the 44-year-old Missouri man met online before meeting in person, where Bilal proposed to her within 7 days. 2 years passed until Shaeeda came to the U.S., but as they approached their wedding, the couple argued over a prenup. Shaeeda had babies on her mind due to her ticking biological clock, but the father of 2, Bilal, was hesitant. However, at the 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 7 Tell-All, 90-Day Fiancé's Bilal Hazzi's gave in to Shaeeda's demands and agreed to make a baby together, which they did, as fans noticed via clues on their Instagram pages. However, Shaeeda recently confirmed the unfortunate pregnancy loss in conversation with a fan, and now made a post with Bilal to share she miscarried. "We have been overjoyed to be expecting our first child together, but unfortunately, it was not meant to be at this time," Shaeeda and Bilal wrote. "We want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to all of the family, friends, loved ones and fans who have reached out to us with love and support during this difficult time," added the 90-Day Fiancé couple, while thanking their supporters for their kind words and gestures, which have been a source of comfort and strength for Shaeeda and Bilal. "This experience has brought us closer as husband and wife, and on the bright side, we're thankful to Jid that we can get pregnant," they wrote. Bilal and Shaeeda find comfort in the fact that they are not alone. They are grateful for the support that they've received and know that they will continue to lean on each other as they navigate the journey to becoming parents. The pair even encouraged anyone going through a similar experience to reach out to them for help and support, and assured them it's okay to take all the time they need to heal and process. In the comments, Bilal and Shaeeda's 90-Day Fiancé co-stars such as Thaís Ramone, Kim Menzies, Mike Burke, Molly Hopkins, Jenny Slatten, and others offered their healing prayers to the pair. Shaeeda and Bilal didn't look like a couple that would make it to the altar at first. In fact, it was assumed Shaeeda will break up with Bilal the minute she found out he lied about his house. Still, Shaeeda and Bilal on Instagram portrayed a very different life than they did on the TV show. Bilal was just as loving on social media as he was narcissistic as a 90-Day Fiancé character. Shaeeda also kept defeating her husband from time to time, even when she seemed unhappy on TV. Still, it's possible that it was just editing that made Bilal look like a villain. Shaeeda and Bilal have starred in 2 90-Day Fiancé shows so far, including their Happily Ever After stint, which was more recent. It's unknown whether they are filming a new spin-off in 2023, but they could make it as franchise regulars. Bilal going down on one knee and asking Shaeeda to go half on a baby was one of the sweetest moments in their storyline. As they grieve the loss of their little one, here's hoping 90-Day Fiancé sweethearts Shaeeda and Bilal get their prayers for a new baby answered soon. The air was heavy with emotion as Shaeeda Sween and Bilal Hazzi's, the couple fans had followed with bated breath through 90-Day Fiancé, gave a raw and heartfelt update on a tragedy that had struck their lives. The news that they had suffered a miscarriage was a revelation that left fans reeling with empathy. For Shaeeda and Bilal, it was a profound loss, compounded by the hopes and dreams they'd shared so publicly. A dream that had woven through their relationship, despite the cultural differences, doubts, and the hurdles they had faced on their journey. Their relationship had always been one of contrasts. Shaeeda, the Trinidadian Yoje with a free spirit, met Bilal, the real estate investor from Kansas City, and they both felt an immediate pull toward one another. However, their journey to marriage and beyond was riddled with challenges. Bilal's meticulous nature and his initial hesitation regarding having more children had led to tension between the two. Shaeeda had made her desire for children known, her yearning for motherhood clear from the start, while Bilal wrestled with deep-seated concerns about family and stability. Despite these challenges, they'd married and committed to building a life together. In their recent update, Shaeeda spoke first, her voice steady but full of sorrow. She shared how she had been thrilled to discover that she was pregnant, feeling that the years of yearning were finally manifesting into something real. For Shaeeda, the pregnancy felt like an affirmation of her dreams, something precious and long anticipated. She recalled how she'd felt her body changing and how she'd begun to bond with the little life growing within her, already imagining herself as a mother, sharing her Trinidadian roots and culture with her child, and feeling that sense of completeness. The couple had envisioned a life filled with laughter, love, and the pitter-patter of little feet, bridging their cultural worlds to create something new and beautiful. Bilal, though initially reserved on the topic of children, had warmed to the idea, especially when he saw Shaeeda's joy. Watching her excitement, he'd felt his heart shift, and for the first time, he began to fully share her dream. In their quiet moments, they spoke of the future and what it would be like to raise a child together. Bilal had even started preparing a nursery, turning one of the rooms into a serene space filled with soft colors and light, a place where he envisioned his child growing and thriving. However, as Shaeeda shared, life had other plans. With a quivering voice, she recounted the shock and pain of discovering that her pregnancy was not progressing as expected. The joy that had initially filled their home gave way to concern as she began to experience symptoms that didn't feel right. Multiple doctor visits, tests, and consultations left her anxious and on edge. When they finally received the devastating confirmation, both she and Bilal were plunged into a grief neither was prepared for. The loss was profound, cutting through the dreams they had carefully pieced together and leaving a void that felt insurmountable. Bilal, who often wore a composed exterior, admitted that the experience had shaken him deeply. He shared how the loss had made him confront his initial reservations and the depth of his desire to be a father again. For Bilal, the miscarriage represented more than just the loss of a pregnancy. It felt like a loss of the future he'd finally allowed himself to believe in. His eyes were filled with unshed tears as he recounted how he had tried to be strong for Shaeeda, even as his own heart ached. Bilal described feeling helpless, watching the woman he loved fall into sorrow and being unable to ease her pain. For Shaeeda, the miscarriage brought an even deeper hurt as she had to grapple with the realities of her own health and her dreams of motherhood. It was not just the loss of the baby, but also the question of whether she could have another chance. Each day became a struggle as she faced the complicated emotions of grief, guilt, and frustration. As she shared this raw update, she opened up about the uncertainty and fear that had started creeping into her thoughts. Questions that had no easy answers, like whether she would be able to conceive again, and if the dream of motherhood was slipping away. The couple found comfort in their community of fans and supporters who had followed their journey and offered words of encouragement. Yet as they dealt with the grief and loss, they acknowledged that healing was a deeply personal process. Shaeeda spoke about how she had turned to her faith and her yoga practice as a way to find peace. In those quiet moments on the mat, she would allow herself to feel the pain, honor her emotions, and slowly begin the journey toward healing. Bilal, on the other hand, found solace in reflection and prayer. He shared that the experience had brought him closer to his faith, making him more appreciative of the love he shared with Shaeeda. He also opened up about how the miscarriage had reshaped his perspective on family and fatherhood. For the first time, he admitted that he wanted to try again, that he wanted to build a family with Shaeeda, and that he was ready to face the journey with her, no matter the obstacles. As their video drew to a close, Shaeeda and Bilal exchanged a look filled with both pain and determination. They held hands, a silent reminder that they were in this together. They spoke of the future with a cautious optimism, vowing to support each other no matter what. Shaeeda shared that she was still hopeful, that she would not give up on her dream, and that she was grateful for the love that had carried her through this painful chapter. Bilal, too, expressed his gratitude, admitting that while he didn't have all the answers, he was committed to moving forward, to healing with Shaeeda, and to embracing whatever the future might hold. Their update was a powerful reminder of the fragility of dreams and the resilience of the human heart. As they closed out their message to fans, Shaeeda and Bilal held each other close, offering words of hope not only for themselves, but for others who had experienced similar losses. They urged anyone going through similar struggles to lean on their loved ones, to embrace their faith, and to know that even in the darkest moments, there is still a glimmer of light. For their fans, the video served as both a heartbreaking revelation and an inspiring testament to the strength of love and commitment. In sharing their journey, Shaeeda and Bilal showed that, despite the heartbreak, they were willing to keep moving forward, united in their dreams, and ready to face whatever challenges might come. Their story became a symbol of resilience, a reminder that even in the face of loss, hope could endure and love could heal.